Hi guys, it's Nika, and today I will be rebuilding the peach house, the house that I used in the peach generation of my original Not So Berry. The Not So Berry that I was briefly for like 3 months replaying here on my channel, and the Not So Berry that I actually haven't finished yet. I still have to do the blue generation and a certain extra story that is nothing to do with the challenge and more with me trying to wrap up some long storylines. So, why am I rebuilding this house when I played the Peach Generation about 2 years ago? Well, get ready for another very long explanation that a normal person would explain to you in less than 2 minutes. I hope I will make sense though. So, a few days ago, I started my Patreon, and because I really like using Patreon to download CC and stuff for The Sims, I decided to re-upload all my builds on there as well. So, I re-uploaded, I made a post with the houses from my old Raven Legacy. I made a few posts for all the builds from the years from 2017 up until today basically, and I wanted to do one post for my Not So Berry builds as well. However, then I realized that I never even shared my peach house on my Tumblr. So I went into the game and I wanted to get the tray files and upload it on Tumblr and take some pictures, but then I realized 2 years ago I actually had quite a lot of build CC in my game that I no longer have, because a few months ago I actually completely deleted my build CC folder. It's gone. I don't have it anymore. So I decided to renovate the house. I thought I would just replace some wallpapers and some windows, because I know I used to have a lot of CC windows, these like add-ons to the windows we have in the game. So for example, since we are in Strangerville today, so we have some windows in Strangerville and some doors, and this CC creator, I think it's Peacemaker, they like take those meshes and expand upon them, and they give us more variations of the Strangerville windows, and they did that pretty much for every pack, I believe. So I used to have pretty much all of these CC packs downloaded, but I no longer use CC, so I had to replace those. And then when I got into the house, I decided to just completely make over everything. The only thing that stayed is the shell. I tried to expand the shell as well, but then I changed my mind, and the shell stayed exactly as it was in my Not So Berry. But the floor plan is different. The floor plan is very different. The original one, I don't know. It was kind of awkward. Maybe it wasn't, I don't know, but I just wanted to try a different floor plan. It's still kind of awkward, but I guess it's an old house, it's fine. I've been to a lot of old houses that had weird floor plan, so yeah, that's my excuse, it's an old house. And I also changed the wall color outside and the roof color. I tried to change the roof as well, but then that did not exactly work out what I had in mind. So the roof is the same, just the color is different, and the backyard is very different as well. I think they didn't have a swimming pool when I built this house the first time. So yeah, I rebuilt it. It's CC free now, and I will probably do the same with the apartment that I used in the green generation, which you cannot see anywhere, not yet, because I haven't posted the green generation on my Tumblr yet, and I'm currently posting my Sims 3 legacy. I'm not sure, I think the green generation of my Not So Berry could be post it in fall, but don't quote me on that. I have no clue when I will switch back to The Sims 4 over at my Tumblr. So yeah, this house is now ready to be downloaded. It will be on the gallery, it will be on my Tumblr, and it will be on my Patreon in a post along with my other not so berry houses. And I'm kind of thinking I would like to renovate all the other houses as well, because I think I've improved my building a lot in the past weeks and months, because I do like 1 or 2 builds every week, so I have a lot of practice now and I got a lot faster and I know some tricks, and over the years we've had some new build mode features added, so I kind of want to renovate the other not so berry houses as well, so that might happen. But I want to talk a bit more about my Patreon, because the number one reason why I started it wasn't actually so that I could re-upload my old houses and Sims and to organize it a little bit. The first reason why I started it is because and this is gonna be an awkward part of this video, because I don't know, on one hand I feel like I deserve something for what I do, and on another I feel really awkward and stupid sort of asking for money. So yeah, well, I basically said my reason already why I started it, but yeah, I was thinking and I put a lot of effort into this channel and into the Sims content that I put out on the internet. So I was kind of thinking, and also I am unemployed. I have literally zero income and I feel really bad having to rely on my parents. I would like to, even if just a little bit of money, if I could get from there, it would make me feel so much better. So I was kind of thinking, I have this whole Sims thing going on and people like it. So if any of you would like to support me, now you can. There are like I think there are 3 different tiers on Patreon I set up. I don't exactly remember what prices I set up. I'm sorry, I should have probably prepared that for this video since I was going to talk about it, but like the link will be in the description, so you're good, just click the link and see for yourself. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, if people like my work and would like to support me, I want to give them the opportunity. Obviously it is not a necessity and it is not expected. I'm not like gonna sit here and be like, give me money now. Really only do it if you feel like it, if you want to do it, and yeah, I will be super grateful. And yeah, I feel awkward. I'm not asking for money. I'm not like trying to push you to do it, but I feel like I don't know. I've always felt bad, like asking for rewards that I might deserve in a way. I don't know. I feel awkward, but yeah, if you want to support me, now there is a way. But don't feel like you have to do it. Yeah, I think I will leave it at that. There are also, I haven't really posted anything yet because I currently have 0 patrons, but I also am planning on doing some like rewards for your support, sort of like early access and some exclusive videos. So for example, when I post a speed build, I post it on Sunday, and maybe I finish the build on Tuesday. You can already get it on Tuesday, and you can also get a video of me building it in real time, not sped up or anything, and that's like an exclusive video that I will not upload on like YouTube. But my idea was less about, okay, I am doing things and I'm putting them under early access or under exclusive content. The, in air quotes, exclusive content is just a reward for you supporting me. Like, if I were you, I would not be pledging on Patreon to get those early access rewards or the exclusive videos. I would be pledging to support this creator. It's not like when you're supporting a CC creator because you want the CC as soon as they finish it. Am I making sense? I don't know, just if you want to support me financially, feel free to do so. If you don't want to or cannot, that is perfectly fine. And let's just move on from this Patreon talk. I've had it for a few weeks now, and I haven't mentioned it yet on YouTube, just in one short message on the community tab, and I thought I should mention it in the video as well. But yeah, let's go talk about Not So Berry again, because there are a few things in the house that you might be curious about. Well, so most of the things actually I feel like you would expect from the Peach Generation, because the Peach Generation is a comedian. My peach heir was called Pastel. Pastel was a policewoman at first, which I don't feel like I put anything police-like in the house, but like she left that. She doesn't really care about police anymore. Good for her. So she's a comedian. She is... Oh my god, what's all the things that happen in the Peach Generation? Well, my Peach Generation wasn't really about my heir. I feel like I paid more attention to her wife, Jessie Lennox. And since I played this generation in Strangerville, I thought, well, maybe I could replay the Strangerville storyline and put a little twist to it. And the twist was the mother plant was defeated many years ago, but it turns out that she is actually alive and well again, and that's sort of something Jessie deals with. Well, I'm not gonna tell you. If you want to, you can find it on my Tumblr, you can read it. I think I don't know, I personally really enjoyed it. And after Gen 2, I think this was my favorite generation to play. It was really fun. I played it in like 2 weeks. I got through it so fast. So my Peach Generation was a lot about the Strangerville storyline, and that's why there's the I forgot what it's called, but you use it to get information from like the soldiers from the army that is in Strangerville. There is also that leaf from the mother plant that you get as a reward for defeating her. And what else is there that would yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's all regarding the Strangerville storyline. There is also a pipe organ, which is... Oh yeah, because in the Peach Generation, you have to play, or your sim has to play an instrument. And Pastel plays a pipe organ. And how did that happen? She's not a vampire or anything. Well, yeah, but she's got this vampire great something grandfather, right? We all know and love Frost. And when she was little, she was very close to him. He often came over to hang out with his descendants, and he really fell in love with Pastel. I think she kind of reminded him of his own daughter, because when his daughter was a child, he wasn't really paying attention to her. He was so busy with work, and he put work before his family. And now little Pastel, her parents both are also very busy, always at work, always putting work first. And at this point, Ross knows that it's not a good idea, and he feels bad for Pastel, and he doesn't want her to feel the same way his daughter felt. So he spends a lot of time with her, and so their relationship is pretty strong. Then, as you may know, Ross breaks up with his partner, with his husband. Well, they kind of go separate ways. They never got a divorce or anything. Things stop working out for them, and they don't really know how to handle it. So Ross is like, you know what, I'm gonna go away and I'm gonna figure everything out. I'm gonna figure out who I am without Caleb and everything. And he cuts all ties to the people he used to see, even with his family. He's like, I need to be completely alone on this journey, which hurts Pastel, but she gets it. And oh, I was talking about the pipe organ, right? So when she was still a child, she was like, I want a cat and I want a pipe organ. And her parents were like, no, we're not gonna give you that. And then Rose is like, I'm gonna give you the pipe organ and I'm gonna convince your dad to give you a cat. So she got both of that, and she got the pipe organ, which she also brought over to her new place in Strangerville. That's how it sort of happened. So like, I guess the like vampire influence was there. That's why she wanted the pipe organ, and her vampire ancestor got her the pipe organ. Yeah, so that would be it. Later on, I don't want to spoil too much from the P generation because I feel like that's a really good treat. I don't know. As I said, I really enjoyed this one. Later on, Ross actually comes back and he like starts seeing his family again, which makes Pastel very happy. She technically names her firstborn after Ross. She names her firstborn daughter Moss, which rhymes with Ross, and I also love how the Rose generation is second from the start and the Green generation is second from the end. So like Rose, Moss, it rhymes. They are sort of in the same position in like how the generations go. I don't know, I love that, and I love how symmetrical that is. I don't know, I love symmetry. I think you may have noticed that in my builds as well. I really love when things are symmetrical. Oh my goodness, I can't speak anymore. I'm so sorry. So yeah, that would be a little sneak peek at my Peach generation. I'm probably gonna link that as well, like a direct link to the tag on my Tumblr. But if you want to understand all of the Ross lore and some inside jokes and stuff like that, I guess you should read from the beginning. No pressure though. It's a lot. Like, I don't know what's been going on in my head in these past 5 years with Not So Very, but yeah, still need to, as I said, do the Blue generation and the special story. The special story is actually something about Ross and Caleb, who may or may not come back together, or maybe they will stay separated forever. I don't know. I mean, I do know. I just don't want to tell you, and I really think that if I will ever finish that story, it will be amazing. And I also hope that the Blue generation will be amazing. I really need to finish that. I would really like to finish that this year. I think I would like to start something new, but yeah. Also, what am I gonna do when the Not So Berry is over for me? Like, I am so attached to this family and I have such great memories of them. I'm not ready for it to be over. I guess that's one reason why I haven't really moved forward with the legacy, because I'm just like, yeah, if I play it, it will be over soon, and what then? I will say goodbye. Speaking of goodbyes, I've been talking for a very long time in this video and I think we are coming to an end, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you did. Let me know if you are planning on reading the Peach generation or the entire legacy. Just keep in mind that it started 5 years ago and I have grown a little bit since then and I've learned some things. Yeah, that's like my disclaimer with the entirety of my Tumblr. I started it in 2016. I was a different person back then. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you all next time. I love you guys. Bye everyone.